Sanda.
What happened?
I want to buy a gaming laptop.
Oh, don't we all?
This one costs 50,000.
Okay.
This one costs 65,000.
Okay.
And this one costs 70,000. But what's the difference?
That's a good question. So here's a common confusion. What's the best price to buy a gaming laptop? See, I wanted to buy a gaming laptop, so I went to Amazon and Flipkart, and guess what? Good gaming laptops start from 75,000, 95,000. This costs 3 lakh. Who has that kind of money? But just when I was about to give up hope, I found this gem. Here are the specs first. i5 13 Gen 8 CPU, 6GB RTX 3050 with 75 watts TGP. Just for reference, laptops with these specs start from around 65,000 and up. But guess what? We purchased this for just 55,000. This is not a sponsored video. So, if you're in the market to buy an affordable gaming laptop, should you get this? Like, how are they selling it for so less, and is there any catch? Yes, there is one catch, and there are few catches. I'll tell you the pros and cons of this laptop because I want to help you make a better buying decision. This is Shayan. Stick around till the end of the video. Let's go! Okay, first thing first, unboxing. You get a cardboard box. Inside you get the laptop wrapped in plastic. There's a charging brick and a power cable. That's it. Now, the first pro of this laptop is in design. See, Acer is not new to gaming laptops. They already have their Nitro, Aspire, and even their Predator gaming series. That experience reflects here. And I'm not just talking about looks. The fact that it's got metal body, intact vents at the bottom, barely any flex on the top, hardly any wobble when you use it on the lap, or even the fact that you can open the lid with one hand, those are to there. But there are 3 extra things this has which you don't find on any other laptop. And for reference, I have this Asus gaming laptop. First, the Asus laptop has only one exhaust on the back. Here, not only do you get the rear exhaust, but you even get exhausts on the left as well as on the right. By the way, the Asus costs 70,000, this costs 55,000. Second, and this is even more unique, there are 3 LED lights over here and they are very useful. So if the laptop is turned on, it blinks green. This shows if the laptop is charging or not, and this if the hard disk is active or not. Third are the ports. See, not only do you get ports on the left and the right side, but you even get ports on the back. This is very handy because if I'm using it on the table like this, there are no cables in my side. Makes the desk look neat and clean. Now, since we are on the subject of port, on the left you have a USB 3.1 Gen 1 port, a USB 2.0 port, headphone jack and a microphone jack. On the right you have an Ethernet port, Type-C USB 3.1 port and a micro SD card slot. Now on the back you have another Type-C 3.1 port, HDMI, a mini HDMI port and a power connector. So you can connect a gaming controller, an SD card dongle and an external keyboard and mouse all at once. Nice. All in all, not only does this have good looks, but it's got a functional design too. Now I know what you'll be thinking. Looks and design hona acha hai, but what about performance? Well, that's actually pro number 2 with this laptop. See, under 60,000, I was expecting an older 12th Gen U or P CPU. But no, this has an i5 13 Gen H with 8 cores and 12 threads, 4 performance cores, 4 efficiency cores, maxed out at 4.6 GHz. For the price, this is very good. And for those of you who don't know, Intel has 3 types of CPU apart from i3, i5 and i7. There's an U chip meant for low intensive tasks like document writing, data entry and all. P is the middle ground, good for watching 4K movies, Photoshop. H is top tier. This is where CPU can handle games and video editing. This is an H CPU, which got me thinking, are they cutting corners in performance? Well, the only way to test that was via some benchmarking tools. These tools are programs which run the CPU 100% max speed and gives a score. One of these benchmarking tools is Cinebench R23. It renders this image, and while it's rendering, you can see the CPU is being utilized 100%. It scored around 10K in multi-core and 1600 in single core. Then there's Geekbench. There it scored 7000 in multi-core and 2100 in single core. And just for reference, these are the scores compared to the 70,000 Asus gaming laptop. This one is much higher. And I even tracked the temperature. During rendering, it touched 95 degrees. But this was an extreme case. In normal use, it hovers between 50 to 70 degrees, which is pretty fine. Now, this is a gaming laptop, so how well does it game? Well, this comes with an RTX 3050, and before I go to the gaming section, have a look here. This 70,000 Asus laptop has an RTX 3050 also, but when I ran a gaming benchmark, see, the Acer is 50% higher. That's because the 3050 on the Asus is 4GB at 50 watts TGP, whereas this has 3050 with 6GB VRAM and 75 watts of TGP. And this is very crucial when buying. You will see many laptops with the same GPU, but in reality, performance is different. What's worse, sometimes they don't even tell you the TGP. So you'll have to go to the website and then check it there. Keep that in mind. Now, gaming on this laptop was a fun experience because I tested many games with maxed out settings. First was GTA 5 Enhanced Edition. With ray tracing and everything set to Ultra, I was getting around 40 to 50 FPS, which is not bad, but once I turned on DLSS with FrameGen, I was getting around 90 to 100 FPS. Like what? Double the FPS? But is it only with GTA 5? So I tested Cyberpunk, which is a more demanding game. Again, with everything set to high but without ray tracing, raw performance was around 40 FPS, and with DLSS FrameGen, it was 79 FPS. That's a 97% increment. मुझे भी इतना increment चाहिए salary में. So I had to test an even more demanding title, Hellblade 2. At 1080p with DLSS in performance mode, FrameGen activated, I was getting playable FPS. For a story-based game, this is nice. All in all, while this laptop can easily handle games like FIFA, Rocket League, Counter-Strike, but with DLSS and FrameGen, it can even handle most demanding titles. The thing that complements gaming is the display. Just for reference, I'll play GTA 5 on both these laptops. While I am getting nice FPS on both of them, the gameplay on Acer feels more smooth, more responsive. That's because this has a 144Hz display and the other is just 60Hz. Other than this, it's got a standard 15.6-inch 1080p anti-reflective display. I was watching Jawan on this and the colors are all fine. However, I must mention one thing here. It's got only 45% NTSC coverage, which translates to 62% of sRGB range. That's okay for gaming and watching movies, but I won't recommend doing Photoshop or other visual artwork on this. And we couldn't find out if this was an IPS panel or not. We tried it everywhere. It's not mentioned on the website, Amazon, Flipkart, anywhere. But you know what is mentioned here? Upgradeability. While this comes with the 16GB DDR4 RAM and 512GB of NVMe storage, there's an extra SSD as well as a RAM slot. So you don't need to replace anything. You can just add in, which I am 100% sure you will use, because see here, with just 4 to 5 games installed, I have already maxed out the internal storage. Another good thing about this laptop is the keyboard and trackpad. The trackpad is a regular trackpad which supports all kinds of gestures, plus you get a full-sized keyboard here with number pad and everything. The key travel is good and the sides of the keycap are painted white, which is nice for visibility. Also, you get full RGB here. You can change the color from the software and do everything. Now there is one small nitpick with the keyboard. See, on another laptop, the shift key on the right is of this size, but on this, it's small. Not that big of a deal, but I thought I should mention it. While these were the pros of this laptop, there are two cons, but these apply to most gaming laptops in this segment. First is speakers. Have a listen to this audio. The audio is not great, it sounds very tingy. I'd recommend using headphones when using this. And second is battery and charging. Doing regular stuff, like I was using it to write script and watch videos, it lasted me around 3 to 4 hours only. And here's another bummer. Though there are two Type-C ports here, you cannot charge with them. Meaning, you'll have to carry this everywhere with you. And along with the charger, this is the total weight. It's heavy. So what's the conclusion? Should you consider this or not? Well, if you want a gaming laptop on a budget, then this is actually a good option. But if you want a laptop for more productivity, or if you want a laptop for more battery life, then I would suggest you look elsewhere. Samsung Galaxy Book 4 Edge at 50,000 is a nice option. Or why don't you tell us which one we should cover next? We'll buy the laptop and give you our honest opinion. If we pick your option, we'll even give you a shout out. Until then, this is Super Saiyan signing off.